Last fall I made a video about a solar e-bike setup. I put one together and it worked, but I never did really try it out. It's been 9-10 months. So today's the day. I finally had time and took 2 days. So we're gonna go on a little trip. If you want to follow along, but right now let's look at what I've got. Some of you haven't seen the video, so here we go. Let's turn around and see. Here it is from a distance. An e-bike. It's 350 watt Tongsheng TSDZ2 is what it is. I put about 4,000 miles on that e-bike motor, and without a flaw, I have to say. And then the trailer, it's a little burly trailer, and I mounted a 100 watt solar panel on top, and it will tilt toward the sun if I see that it's going to be worth it. It's easy to tilt. And I've got my camping gear in there. I took the minimum, but the weight really adds up. And my camera gear and so forth. It's all set up to ride. So we're gonna go. My goal is to go up to Fall Creek Falls and spend the night and then come home tomorrow. So come along, let's see what happens. Before I get started on the trip, I want to just show you one thing. One modification I did, I put a smaller sprocket on the front. I need some lower gearing because in the middle of the day today I'm gonna have to climb a mountain, and it's probably 1,200 vertical climb. So I did that. I'm geared low. I won't have the highway speed that I have with I think the other one's a 44 or 48 tooth. So I won't have the speed, but I should have more power. And I need to mention, I weighed the total bike, trailer, and all, and it's in the neighborhood of 125 pounds. So that's quite a bit, but we'll see how it does. We've come 2 miles. I just wanted to stop and look it over and see if everything's okay. I did the flap because I got the stick out that holds the bike up. And the panel is charging the battery now. When we left home, it wasn't. Right now it's charging 28 watts. When we left home, it wasn't charging because the battery was full. So it's working. Looking good. I stopped for a little break. I'm about 15 miles into the ride. Right on the Sequatchie County line. Break time. I'm taking a little break here. I'm about halfway up. That's halfway in miles. I think the difficulty is going to get a lot harder. And now I'm cutting across the Mennonite community on the way to Fall Creek Falls. They run a deli up here in a few miles. I'm going to stop and have lunch and head on to Fall Creek Falls. You can see my meters, my watt meter. I've generated 203 watt hours since I've started. Going 45 miles. I just made it to the front entrance to Fall Creek Falls. My odometer says 57 miles. I made it. I'm here at the campsite, all set up. Tents up, whole bit. It's still pretty warm. I think I'm going to go for a little ride around the park and visit the camp store and try to get something cold to drink. Maybe some carbs. I'll catch you later. Tonight I'm going to give you my opinion about my setup. After thinking about the setup, I'm skeptical that it's the right way to go. That panel adds a lot of weight. And really all it does is extend your range. It won't keep up with what you're using. You're going to be running at a deficit unless you're on level ground and you really have your assistance turned down on your e-bike. You're not going to keep up unless you go with multiple panels, which adds even more weight. I think, and one of my viewers commented this, that the best way is to try to go as light as you can on a bike that's not an e-bike. That is, if you're healthy. If you got bad knees and have health problems, the e-bike is good. And if you need that, I think you should maybe just take a third battery. And if you try to go light on your camping gear, you wouldn't need a trailer at all. You can do 3 batteries in your camping gear on the bike. And most any day you're going to have an opportunity to charge. And if you don't, you've got 2 days of power, unless you put in some really long days. And that's my thoughts right now. I may get back to you. I may change my mind a little bit, but that's what I'm coming up with. So my next step is to get my old tryout, the old conventional pedal bike, and put some ultralight camping gear on it and see what happens. I want to do it right away. I've got an opportunity to... I'm going to be over by the Natchez Trace Parkway. I would like to simulate exact conditions today, like come back up here. And I may not be able to do that, but I'm going to be working over within a few miles of the Natchez Trace. And I may just pack up and do the same overnight that I'm doing here today. So I'll catch you later.